take a look at these Best Main Character nominees.
Best Main Character: Frieren, Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Kafka Hibino, Kaiju Number 8. Mao Mao, The Apothecary Diaries. Momo, Dandadan. Okarun, Dandadan. Sungjinu, Solo Leveling.
And the Anime Award goes to... Sung Jin-woo from Solo Leveling.
Congratulations to Sungjinu.
That's cap. That's cap right there. That's cap. On my mama. That's cap. That's cap. That's cap. That's cap. That's cap. Hi guys, welcome back to Otaku from the North. For those of you who do know me, hey, what's up gang? And for those of you who don't, this is the one and only Shima-san in the flesh. You could finally put a face to the annoying commentary and wild ass opinions and stuff like that. But hey man, if you're locked into the anime community or you're crazy about anime as much as I am, then you know it went down yesterday. I'm talking the 2025 Crunchyroll Anime Awards, and honestly you don't really need to subject anime and stuff like that to an award show pitting one anime against another. You can just kind of enjoy that. But hey man, if you're crazy about anime as much as I am, sometimes you just want to you can't help but wondering if people have the same opinions and thoughts as you, if they grade an anime the certain way and if they put it on the same pedestal and standards that you do, if they kind of relate to you on that personal level and stuff like that. So today I'm just gonna be we're gonna look at the nominees and the winners in the various categories for the Crunchyroll 2025 awards. And well, I won't say that I don't know who has won. I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but I mean, I kind of have a general idea. Knowing the way people move and vote these days, everything's all, at the end of the day, everything is just a popularity contest in it. So it's a genuine anime might know. I mean, yeah, it kind of sounds like I'm basically just giving excuses for in case my own particular anime that I'm a fan of doesn't win, right? But hey man, whatever. Well, we're just gonna go through the different categories together and I'm gonna give my thoughts and opinions, and yeah, let's get into the video. So we're just gonna skip all the voice artists in different languages category except for English and Japanese, because obviously a lot of us watch English dub and Japanese proper, and I can't speak Arabic, I can't speak Italian, I can't speak German, Portuguese, I can't speak Pig Latin, even English self. I struggle to speak the English where I speak. But yeah, so if you feel like everybody in those categories, maybe if I have some Arabic subscribers, Hindi subscribers, by God's grace, yeah, I want to see that. But if you guys think that they deserve to win in their respective categories, let me know. But I'm gonna just skip all that and I'm gonna head straight for best voice actor English, then we move on to Japanese. So for best voice actor English, Alex Lee, no idea who that is. I didn't watch Solo Leveling in English, but I don't think he should have won, to be honest. I voted for Jesse James for Armin. It was a fantastic experience and it was a good one for me. So I feel like this is just the beginning of the Solo Leveling glazing, to be honest. It gets to a point where, because since everything is a popularity contest, people don't really care if people actually performed well or not. It's just they see this, they click Solo Leveling all the way and stuff like that. I had a friend who voted, and on her voting list it was basically just Solo Leveling for everything. If you can tell me that Solo Leveling had the best opening sequence for 2024, then that's cap. You don't watch anime, you just follow the crowd and stuff like that. So honestly, I really don't think Solo Leveling should have won this, but I don't know. I have not watched Solo Leveling in English. I'll probably have to go back on that. Personally, I think Jesse, don't worry if everywhere went dark. It's a Nigerian thing. There's no lights. You guys probably know that by now. You guys probably know that we don't have stable electricity, so if you can't see my face, just focus on my voice and the screen. It's all good, to be honest. So yeah, basically it should have gone to Jesse James. So all right, so we're just going straight to best Japanese artist performance. And Aoyuki, Mao Mao. Yeah, I pretty much compared to what we have here, the other nominees, I would have said for me, it could have also gone to Momo, and it could have gone to the voice actor that did Free Run, because it really felt like they captivated their roles. But if we're talking about like up against Mao Mao, nah bruh, her voice actor really did a good job. She sounds the way she looks, if you understand what I'm trying to say. She really sounds the way she looks. So yeah, that's a good one. So the next one, yeah, that's also a plus. I can see the Solo Leveling glazing is really kicking in, but I'm on board with this one because I felt like, you know, compared to all the other anime that's out at that time, Solo Leveling really had the best ending sequence. I remember like he was in a room, Sanjiwoo was in a room with cameras and stuff like that, and he just went something like, I'm gonna give it to this. It was a really good ending sequence. And then honorable mentions, we have Nobody One Republic. I noticed that virtually all the songs and soundtracks on Kaiju number 8 had like their British, their English rock and stuff like that. Yeah, I did notice that. But it goes well, so I don't really have anything much to say about that. Oh, look, the NEPA is back. See guys, in Africa, Nigeria, we do have electricity. It's just not consistent, but hopefully y'all can see my face again. I'm not gonna video this again, honestly. We just enjoy it like that. But yeah, Solo Leveling, I agree with that for the best ending sequence. Moving on, best opening sequence, 100% agree. Otoneke by Creepy Nuts. Please don't listen to me while I am chopping out. Yeah, I sincerely feel like these guys deserved it. Honestly, it could have gone to Dan Dan Dan, or it could have gone to Oshinoko. Abyss, I'm not against what Youngblood did, honestly, but like when we're talking about opening sequence, we're not just talking about the music, we're talking about the, you know, basically your just introduction to the show, like the elements in the first episode from the first sequence and everything, your first engagement and interaction with the show. So honestly, I think in that regard, then yes, it really did deserve to go to Dan Dan Dan, to be honest. And as far as Marshall didn't win it and Solo Leveling didn't win it, it's a win. Jesus power, superpower. Jesus power, superpower. My enemies have lost. I have seen my desire upon the enemies. That's good. My enemies have won again. Oh, these Solo Leveling glazers. What's you people's problem? What's you people's actual problem? Best score. Solo Leveling best score up against Bleach. Stop. Or am I living in the past based on old Bleach scores? The Solo Leveling glazing is getting out of hand. I sincerely feel like it should have either gone to Bleach or it should have gone to Free Run. It's definitely not Solo Leveling. And next Solo Leveling fan I catch, I'm going to, oh no, this is YouTube, don't want to get demonetized. I'm going to have a very intentional conversation with my fists with that person, to be honest. You know, I literally have a friend who, when she was voting, like basically 90% of her list was just Solo Leveling, and that's crazy. You're telling me that Solo Leveling best character design, I hope that's not what's there, but like definitely you cannot compare Solo Leveling's character design and Solo Leveling's animation to Demon Slayer or even Apothecary Diaries. I hope Solo Leveling didn't win, because I'll just throw this laptop in the trash can and you understand. But yeah, man, you also just relax with the glazing and actually appreciate anime for other things than hype and aura farming, to be honest. Like, god damn, like what? But yeah, this is a dustbin. This is a dustbin vote in my opinion. Should have gone to either Bleach or should have gone to Free Run in my opinion. But anyway, best anime song, yeah, again, I'm glad this didn't win. I know a lot of people like this song, and yeah, it actually has a ring to it, but I just hate Marshall, and I hate people that like Marshall. I hate this anime so freaking much. I mean, I gave up after season 1 because the comedy felt very forced. Mash is just basically an airhead. It's basically just a blonde airhead, and the comedy intensively plays on that and his overpoweredness and stuff like that. All the other elements are just, but yeah, that, and honestly, I just didn't really like the bling bang 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 born song and things like that. But everybody, please don't mind me, I'm chopping my, so just let me do what I do. You understand what I'm trying to say? Even Abyss was actually not bad. Can someone please save my life? Now they feel the singing. Oh my goodness. But yeah, man, even Fatal could have won this. For me, it could have gone to Fatal, it could have gone to Otonoko. Nah, I could have only have gone to Creepy Nose. What am I saying, please? Must protect at all costs. Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. It's Anya, it's a little kid, she's adorable and stuff like that. Personally, I voted for Okarin because he's so honest. He's so honest. It's almost sickening. But yeah, he's so honest and he's such a nice guy. So, I mean, congrats, Anya. But for me, either if Anya didn't win, it would have gone to Ukraine and stuff like that. Why are we protecting free reign? We should be running. We should be protected from free reign. So yeah, for me, it's not free reign. I don't even know why free reign is there. It's just Glaze again, like I said. Other nominations we had. Sign of Affection, that's not bad too. Elusive Samurai, like I said, I don't give a shit about Elusive Samurai. Dungeon Meshi, yeah, love this dude too. Man is mad with the culinary skills. But for me, yeah, if it was not gonna be Okarin, it could be Anya. So I'm happy with that. Congrats, Anya. Definitely, it has to be Fern. Fern is such a awesome supporting character, and her character development and growth is evident. She's such an awesome character. She supports free reign so well. We even got Himmel. You know, basically, Himmel feels like a major part of the story. You understand what I'm trying to say? So like, yeah, obviously it's not gonna be Himmel, but yeah, Fern definitely. Jinchi is also from Apothecary Diary, is also another good. It's also another good choice. I'll take that. Him and Mama's dynamic is kind of like they support each other, but their character dynamic is kind of like frenemies. Yeah, frenemies, that kind of thing. But for Fern, it's really just like she's really with free reign, and I could feel that and things like that. You know, one thing about free reign is that focus less on free reign and focus on everybody around free reign and how they grow and how their growth also impacts on free reign. That's one of the best ways to enjoy that anime. So yeah, Turbo Granny is also a mad one, especially when she's in cat form, not when she's still this horrendous monster. But even then, she's a mad one. So yeah. Granny Seiko, I just didn't say enough of her to say, yeah, I agree with this. Maybe if she had more screen time, but definitely Fern for the win. Good job. Yep, I think I missed one. Oh, it was God that made me miss it. Why? How is Son Jin-woo best main character? I voted for Kafka. Let's have this argument. Let's have this discussion. Honestly, probably not. I don't want this video to be too long, but like, how is Son Jin-woo the best character? Is it because he's aura farming? Between Son Jin-woo and Kafka, who is more relatable? A 30-year-old plus man who has tried so much but failed, and at the end of the day got an opportunity in the midst of everything, or this dude? I mean, definitely Son Jin-woo has had his experiences and things like that too, but the solo leveling glazing is just crazy. I wonder how long this hype can last. And you guys are not even voting on season 2. We're talking about like last year, which the awards are taking place this year. So to say that Son Jin-woo is a better main character, main MC than Kafka, who literally there is no single person in the entire Kaiju number 8. Even his ops love him. Even his ops became fans. So honestly, my God, I do not understand how you guys could pick. Even Okurine is cool. Mao Mao is cool. It can't be Mao Mao for me. She's a bit annoying as much as I love her. Momo, yeah, Momo is chill and everything. Frieren, nah. But Kafka is him. Oh, Kafka is him. It is what it is. We press on, but hey man, Solo Leveling fans, you guys are spoiling anime for me. Anime Awards anyway. You could never spoil anime for me, but Anime Awards.
And I hope you all burning.
Best slice of life. I'm ashamed to say I actually haven't seen anyone here apart from my dear friend Nodoka, and it was a bit too heavy on the forcible. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. But yeah, in short, honestly, I know of too many losing heroines, but I've not actually watched it. I heard it's good stuff, and I've actually seen my dear friend Nodoka. So probably just by process of elimination, if it wasn't my dear friend Nodoka, it would have been this. But I've heard good things about Laid Back Camp as well all season. So yeah, I don't know how to feel about this one. You guys are gonna have to be the ones to tell me in the comments. Moving on. Best drama. Oh, this is a bad foreshadowing. This is a very, very bad foreshadowing, because if you guys are giving Frieren best drama, then you guys are arguably already giving that anime best anime, and I will not tolerate it. But yeah, I mean, Frieren is essentially, it's not really an action anime in it. It's just action scenes. There's a lot of heavy action scenes and things like that. So yeah, I can take that. Frieren for no. I voted for Oshinoko. Oshinoko, better drama than Frieren. Bank on that any day, anytime. I even literally forgot about that. I literally forgot. It can't be Pluto, because for me, Pluto is more of like a thriller, and it's more of like a thriller and stuff like that. Phenomenal anime, by the way. Apothecary Diaries, also another choice, but it feels more of like a rom-com for me than a drama. It feels like a rom-com that has, all rom-coms have drama because the romance eventually translates into drama, but it feels like there's more thriller and things like that on Apothecary Diary. For Pluto, it's more of like thriller, sci-fi and suspense, so I wouldn't go as far to give it to Pluto. But Oshinoko, 100%. I have no idea why y'all gave it to Frieren. I think you guys are giving a good anime in the wrong category, or not fully the right category. But honestly, I think Oshinoko is way better. Season 1 was peak, season 2 was peak. It hasn't even peaked, and it's just gonna keep getting better and things like that. Man, this is an L. This is an L vote, guys. No. Anyway, let's move on. ReZero, that's stupid. Yeah, I know people are going to hate on me, but honestly, I feel like best isekai should be Konosuba, because honestly, it doesn't. It cannot be. I can understand why you would put Mishoka Tensei, but I will like, if you've been watching my channel for a while now, you know I'm an up against the writer. So for what he did to Zenith and for what he did to Sylphie at Team Sylphie Forever, my guy should go and die. Like, I don't care. Like, bruh, like, Shangri-La Frontier. Is Shangri-La Frontier an isekai? It's not an isekai though. How did they come up with that? Could never be Squid Game, to be honest. Please, I'm tired of the whole people trying to bite into anime every single time. DC should go and rot away in the corner. It's definitely not Slime season 3. Slime season 3 was kind of like the worst Slime season so far. It was basically just like 5-6 episodes of stuff that we're trying to wrap up from the last season and then filler for the remaining. So it was honestly one of the worst animes. My least favorite animes I watched last year. Definitely not Suicide Squad. They should just thank God that it was not as bad as the Rick and Morty anime, which is honestly, I'm so happy that that anime flopped. Shangri-La Frontier is definitely not an isekai. It's just, you know, a game anime. It's definitely not an isekai. It's not being transported to another world, unless, I don't know, maybe there's something they're not telling us in the overall plot of the show. Maybe we'll figure that out later. But yeah, for me, it could have gone to any of these three at the top, but I'm fully against the way my expectations and my emotions are always played with in this show. So I did not vote for that. And Konosuba is honestly all around a great show. It's funny. There's not so much drama, but honestly, it does what it does, and it does it perfectly. It doesn't really play too much on the whole isekai anime where the main character is overpowered. If anything, funny enough, Kazuma is actually quite powerful, but you know, they just didn't do the whole OP thing. So honestly, it's awesome. But anyway, I've heard only good things about Re:Zero. I've not been able to make it past season 1, and maybe I'm cheating myself, but I don't know. I don't like when people suffer too much. That's rich coming from me who enjoyed Berserk. But anyway, I don't know. Maybe I can give it to them, but for me personally, I would have preferred if Konosuba won. As long as Mushoka Tensei did not win anyway, and Shangri-La Frontier did not win, and this did not win. God forbid this one win. We thank God. We thank God. All right, moving on. What else we got? Really, Solo Leveling. Best action. Wait, before. Why is Windbreaker even here? Like, why do we even have Windbreaker in the nominations? Are you people flipping mad? Why? What really? Windbreaker, the makeshift Tokyo Revengers, which is the makeshift Beelzebub. Like, let's see. Solo Leveling, Demon. Hey, I don't even watch Demon Slayer, but I feel personally, I feel offended for you Demon Slayer fans. Like, I feel insulted on you guys' behalf. Like, Bleach is here. If people are aware Bleach is here, but you're telling me that Solo Leveling season 1 went harder than Bleach, the 1,000-year blood war parts. The conflict is part 3. I think the first is just 1,000 blood war, then the separation, then the conflict. So you're telling me that Solo Leveling season 1 went harder than part 3, where you saw the Zero Squad's Bankais, where you saw, y'all are flipping mad. Come off it. Stop. Let's stop that. Come off it, man. The glazing continues. The hype. The glazing continues. We proceed. Marshall, come on. I actually saw this before I came to do this video, and all I have to say is that all of you that think, anybody, not all of you, I love my fans, I love my viewers, my subscribers, but anybody that thinks that Marshall is genuinely more fun than Konosuba is delusional. You know, there are animes that they label as comedy, but then half of the time, no, like 80% of the time, you don't even get the joke. Like, you don't understand what the humor is, or probably it's a joke or humor that's only specific to actual Japanese locales and things like that. Maybe it's something they only understand. But Konosuba is all around funny. From the way, not even Konosuba season 3, all around Konosuba, even the movie, even the side quests that they give Megumi and things like that. From the way Kazuma switches up his vocal accent, he's talking and suddenly he just goes, fresh. Come on, you guys are tripping. Obviously, it's not Delicious in Donji. It was honestly this chick that made the whole show really, really funny. Spy X Family, nah, it can't be that. Ranma, good pick, but nah, not really that. My dear friend Nokotan, it was funny, but sometimes it was just a bit excessive. But Marshall is not funny. Like, the only thing Marshall really has going for it is that theme song that Creepy Nuts also made. Shout out Creepy Nuts, but honestly, Marshall, Like when I looked at Marshall season 1, I was hoping maybe this could be direct contender against Black Clover, because it had the whole, magic school and thing. And I love the character design. As much as I hate on Marshall, I have to admit I love the character design of Marshall and everything. It's really nice, and I love the world and things like that. But I hate the character. The comedy feels forced, and win or no win, it's an L. There's honestly no way Marshall is more funny than Konosuba. Let's move on, please. Best romance, yeah. Blue Box, kind of expected. Not much to say on that. It's very expected. Best background. Okay, I thought it was best anime. Best background art. Free Reign. Best background art. More Than Delicious in Dungeon Meshi. Obviously, it can't be anyone. It can't be these two. It can't be these two. Dan's animation is a bit too wacky for like the background art to stand out. So, well, it's either between the Dungeon Meshi and Free Reign. I can understand Free Reign, but personally, I think that they just chuck it up to the world building. I think Dungeon Meshi has a more captivating background art than Free Reign, to be honest. Best director, definitely Free Reign. No two ways about it. A lot of nominations for Dan. More. I wouldn't say Dan Glazers are working overtime, because Dan is really good. It was hyped and it's been expected from the community. So has Solo Leveling, but the Solo Leveling one is just crazy. But yeah, best anime director, I'll give it to Free Reign. What's the next one? Best character design. How is Dan best character design? What happened to Apothecary Diaries? You see, one thing about character design is you have to take in the intentionality of the animators and the designers towards the way the writer, the author, and the designers, the animators, the people that do keyframes and everything, the way they actually like bring these characters to life. And I can't remember the episode, but I remember an episode where, the freckles on Mao's face, they're not actually real freckles. Mao just put the freckles on her face just so that, because a little pretty girl in an environment like that, you're gonna get snatched up and anything can happen to you. And when she took off the freckles in that episode, she was beautiful. She was stunned. Hell, even I almost forgot that she was the main character, unless I knew that, just because I knew she was the main character. So basically, and even if you watch season 2, there's a scene where Jinshi is dancing, and if you don't know about Apothecary Diaries, I promise you, there's no way you know that Jinshi is actually a man. So honestly, for character design, I'm not even going to tolerate it. That as much as I love Dan, and I'm grateful that Solo Leveling is not here, I'm not going to tolerate it, man. No, what am I saying? I can't tolerate it. There's nothing I can do about it. Kimetsu no Yaiba, I was scared this was going to win because I had actually put this for best animation, which I think it should win best animation. But honestly, Kaiju number 8, not even close. Maybe the bad guys' designs and the Kaiju's designs are cool, but nah, man, for me, I next one we have best animation. Yep, Demon Slayer. It seems like at this point it's just like the most popular anime, I guess. I thought maybe, I don't know if there was an initial like voting list, but yeah, I mean, nothing too much to say about that. Demon Slayer is Demon Slayer. Don't be playing with Ufotable. You can't play with Ufotable, my G. Ufotable for a reason, man. I think we're getting closer to the top. Best original anime. Ninja Kamui. I haven't seen this. I've had mixed reviews so far. I haven't seen it, but I've heard of mixed reviews. Personally, as far as Buchigiri, which was the worst anime that came out last year for me, as far as it didn't win, I'm happy about that, to be honest. Train to the End of the World. I don't think I've seen that, but it looks like I would enjoy this. Girls Band Cry. This is beautiful design, but we're talking about like best original anime. Yeah, Buchigiri was as Metallic Rogue. I started this, I haven't finished it. So far it's not bad, but it hasn't really captivated me yet, but so far it's not bad, to be honest. But this was actually what I voted for. Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night. Awesome. You guys should go check it out. Maybe it's because this character was giving me Fern vibes, I don't know. But yeah, I should definitely check this out. But once again, I feel like it's just the action and hype that made this win, and people not really focusing on the story and things like this. And in my opinion, honestly, I think Yatagarasu, a crow does not choose his master, should have been here. I find it very offensive that it was nowhere on the voting list. But anyway, you know, it is what it is. Popularity contest. So yeah, that's it. Best new series, Solo Leveling. Yeah, okay. Before, I actually voted for Apothecary Diaries, but yeah, honestly, I actually voted for Apothecary Diaries, but going through this whole list again and thinking about the show and things like that, if we're talking about best new show, we're not talking about focusing on just basic elements of the show, we're focusing on the show overall, which was the best and how did it do and things like that. Then yeah, I'd actually give it to... No, I would not give it to Solo Leveling. Haba. Is the Solo Leveling hate between me that strong? Okay, let's do process of elimination. It's not Kaiju number 8 as much as I love Kafka. It's not Dungeon Meshi. It's not Free Reign. Free Reign is a phenomenal anime, but I wouldn't give it the best new series compared to everything that came out. Plus, you know, as much as it's a new show, Free Reign doesn't really feel new. The webtoon Solo Leveling is not new by any means, because the webtoon is out there for anybody that reads manual and stuff like that, but it feels new. It's old, but it feels new. Free Reign, I don't know when the manga was created, but it doesn't feel new. So aside from the shows themselves just coming out and which one did overall best, I just feel like I'll give Solo Leveling this one because it generally feels like a new anime, like a new work of art, even though I know it's been around for a while. So yeah, I'll give it to Solo Leveling, but just this last time. If I see Solo Leveling again, I will. Okay, that's cool. Best continuing series. What happened to One Piece? I dropped out around episode 500 and something. I'm just chilling. But what happened to One Piece and Bleach? Haven't we all been waiting for years for Bleach? I've literally... Can't tell me that it's not Demon Slayer Glazers and hype. And now, man, it's either Bleach or it's One Piece. I'm not talking anything much on that. Film of the year, look back. Haven't seen it personally. I thought My Hero Academia was gonna do it. I even thought that the hype of, you know, My Hero Academia finishing was gonna be able to carry it to the win, but who knows? Even Haikyuu didn't beat it. Honestly, for this movie to win over Haikyuu and My Hero Academia, I definitely need to check it out because it means that people really locked in and watched. So for this movie to win over the hype of these two shows, it must be mad, and I remember that. Look back, I'll definitely remember that. For it to take over the hype of Haikyuu, that's always topping like best sports anime alongside, you know, Kuroko no Basket, Slam Dunk, you know, and the other baseball animes and things like that, and Yuri on Ice. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anime of the... Oh no, it's Free Reign. I don't care what you guys say. Anime of the year is Free Reign. Anime of the year is Free Reign because all the elements come together. This is Solo Leveling 1. Or Solo Leveling 1 put up against Free Reign. Haba. No do. I say no do. It doesn't make sense now. Overall, Free Reign is... Even the rating of Free Reign is higher on my anime list, so I really don't understand how you guys gave it to Aubrey, how Solo Leveling got it, if not hype. If not for hype, tell me how Solo Leveling... Sincerely, if not for hype, I don't understand how Solo Leveling got it. Free Reign, bro. Free Reign is Solo Leveling is mad. Season 2 even madder. But I can tell you that Free Reign, even though I really don't think it has so much rewatch value, Free Reign is the experience of a lifetime. And if you've not even watched Free Reign, but you just went ahead to watch for Solo Leveling, how do I put this in a very nice way? May you perish. That's it for the Anime Awards, 2025 Crunchyroll Awards. Don't get me wrong, as much as I maybe shat on a couple of animes here and there, I think that all these animes are amazing in their own right, and you should definitely go and check them out. Don't take it from me. I mean, I have good taste and my opinion is generally right, but yeah, I mean, go experience it for yourself and things like that. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It's just that some of you, your eyes are dirty, but all in all, you have your own perception of beauty and what's smart. So I think you should definitely go and check out each of these animes. My biggest problems were with Best Comedy of the Year, going to Marshall with when Konosuba is alive. I think that's a crime against humanity. And probably Anime of the Year, going to Solo Leveling. I disagree. I genuinely disagree. If it was season 2, I might have said calm. But season 1 over Free Reign and Apothecary Diaries, nah, it can only be glazing. It can only be hype. Best director, well earned. Best action, I can give it to Solo Leveling, but personally, I feel like it's Bleach. But I can agree that it was Solo Leveling. But then when you're talking about best continuing series, no, now. One Piece fans, what happened? You guys are usually active and quick to dismiss haters. What happened? What happened, One Piece fans and Bleach fans? Where the hell? I didn't even know that Boku no Hero, I say, yeah, Hero Academia was here. That's crazy. Anyway, this cannot be it, but still, for Bleach and One Piece to lose, it's dark days are ahead of us. Dark days ahead of us. But anyway, thank you guys for coming to my TED Talk and listening to my rant about anime that I probably cannot even make. I'm definitely finna do, there's some animes over here that I saw that won and some that lost. I was definitely gonna do videos on, especially how best original anime. Maybe Yatagarasu is not an original anime, that's why I didn't make the cut. I have to do more digging on that, but I definitely would have loved to see that in best original anime or best new anime. I feel like that's a very underrated anime people are not paying attention to, and that came out. The only problem with Yatagarasu is that it came out the same year as Apothecary Diaries. If not, it's a golden anime. But yeah, man, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, make sure to, I know people usually like live stream this type of stuff, but I'm not on Twitch, so we could just run them like that. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to follow, make sure to leave your comments and your thoughts. Let's keep the negativity to a minimum. I know I pissed a lot of you off, but let's keep the negativity to a minimum. Forgive me, please and thanks. It's not that deep. We're just having fun at your expense. Anyway, guys, see you guys in the next video. This is Shima from Otaku from the North, signing out.